Yeah, so as we continue on, I'm about to dive into it right off the jump. We ain't can't waste no time. Fellas, this Drake versus Pusha T. I don't even know what we call this a beef at this point. This is real life discussions at this point. With everything that's happened in the last 24 to 48 hours, sit and start, man. There's a lot to get into, a lot of layers to peel back.
First of all, it's a beautiful week in Toronto. Some lovely weather. It's hot in the streets. Unfortunately, I'm not talking about the weather this time. It's really hot.
But it was raining today. Raining facts.
Really
Allegedly.
hot in the streets. Hopefully, everybody calms down out there and enjoys life. And ironically, a lot of that tension has made it to the rap world.
It's been a while since we've had something to sink our teeth into like this, man. This is what the core of hip hop. This is what it's about. Exactly.
I don't know how to feel because I'm a hometown player.
Okay.
But this level of disrespect,
that was quite on purpose. I say that to say this. Hot damn, yo, here we go again. What the entire fuck? Pusha T, you friggin' 41-year-old braided up OG bully ass motherfucker. What the entire fuck? Shout out to your generation of thinking and approach the battle and just strategic, like, what the fuck? That it's not fair, but to him very necessary.
Very.
It's not fair. It's not fair because up until this point, it seemed as if he had that Beyonce Jay-Z type cologne on, where Beyonce's falling down steps in less than 24 hours and things is coming down the internet.
Yep.
Jay-Z get beat up in the elevator, you still fucking hove. Like, since Thank Me Later to now, just subtle shots about being too sensitive and, this and corniness, but this is real shit.
Yep.
This isn't teeter-totter type shit. Like, layers of skin have been peeled off. Pusha's a disrespectful motherfucker.
ew.
He is, man.
Like, and for y'all just privy to Pusha since Kanye signed him off for Runaway, right? Y'all need to go back to the funeral with the clips. Listen, like, you want to compare, and go ahead twisted, like, for the hometown aspect of things, yes, I want to see this fight go down with maximum effort on both sides.
Yep.
In regards to who wins that on a lyrical front, let's not kid ourselves. Okay. But it's bad, man. This is, and no disrespect to the legends, Jay-Z's Jay-Z and Nas is Nas. This is the closest thing you're gonna get to that, though, modern day.
Yes, sir.
Right?
You know what? Amidst the beef, I know it's tense. It's tense. I love the energy
Too much
right now.
Super Friends being played in the industry.
The energy in the music right now. I haven't felt this type of energy in a while. I can't even say it with the Meek, because that was like, it wasn't even really a
It
battle.
was lopsided for sure.
So to have heavyweights butting heads, this is crazy.
That are kind of the top of their crafts, yeah.
This is crazy. I don't even know where.
And all in between album drops too.
Should we just start from, like, how are we gonna break this down? Should we start from infrared? Do we want to?
This been going on for a while.
Yeah.
Right, you heard Exodus. If you're listening in the background, we have the soundtrack. And then, the Jodeci freestyle. Dre took a few shots. These guys have been going back and forth again, right? And like even deeper labels, like it's one of those like things that keeps unfolding, right?
Yeah.
A certain person's like someone's boss, etc., etc. But these two essentially really don't like each other as it stands now. But there's a lot of advantages that Push has, because Push could be like, I don't give a fuck if you like me or not. Like, you did like me at one point. enough to the point where you bought a microphone convinced that I signed it. Right? Like there's too much. There's too much he has to play with, and it's becoming more and more apparent that there are not. I wouldn't even say a leak. There's a drainage in the OVO thing where he's just getting like this intel or being steered where to. You know what I mean? You know when someone's like, I'm not saying that I'm telling you to do this, but right? Like,
I'm gonna leave this envelope here if you decide to pick it up.
Exactly. I feel like he just knew too much. Like everything he's saying is now being revealed. The Adidas deal with the shoes. You know what I mean? That
I remember Push had like what did he have? The was it the EQTs that he
those are
did?
nasty, by the way. The black on black on black.
So- and the Cope White.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he has intel or some moles in Adidas.
Of course.
But no one else would know that what that means. The whole name flip on it, right? Adidas,
Unless
Adidas.
they have. Well, the speculation is that would have been the rollout for.
Yeah, but now he fucking ruined all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's leaks and there's
a
cracks in
mole.
the foundation,
There's
right?
a mole somewhere.
Yep. Some usual suspects thing for sure, yo. There's a mole.
And let's be clear, right? I think essentially this beef really did start with some type of provoking from Pusha T, just some subliminal raps here and there, and I mean where artists that listen up for that shit caught that shit, right? But then started getting documented really on Exodus. Maybe some people would debate Stay Scheming and shit, right? But let's be clear, where you guys are debating where lines are crossed, it was provoked by the hometown boy by him mentioning the fiance. Right? Before that, it was just you have ghostwriters, you don't really sell that much drugs. You have ghostwriters, you don't really sell that much drugs. Those are the jabs. And for some reason, Drake felt it was necessary to mention man's fiance. And for that one blow, you get mentions of your mother on a first name basis. Dennis Graham, stay off the gram. The revelation of who your baby mother is. In fact, you even fucking had a kid. The insecurities that play into the aggressive nature that he's saying you're putting on for right now, where you come up with best I ever had, and in that climate you were saying diss me, you'll never get a reply for it, and now you're aggressive Drake bringing calicos to the Alamo. Like, he essentially just sat him down in the leather chair and said, let's talk for a minute. He gave him therapy through a track. And then the one I feel indifferent about mentioning because I know people really closely tied to the situation is the 40 line.
That one hurt me.
That a lot of people deem unnecessary.
I felt like I got
But
this.
we
Even
do
the day
understand
before,
that
that's
there's
why I'm not
casualties in war. When two countries are going to war, just because you hired a sniper doesn't mean that he can't put on the public beheading. You understand what I'm saying? War is war, right? Whatever your opponent or your enemy's tactics are, it's all about casualties, right? Mm-hmm. So that also brings up the point in which you get to see the new age modern day hip hop fan, because we come from a really, 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 really fucking disrespectful era of hip hop. How you want to cross reference that? We can talk about Tupac making fun of Prodigy's sickle cell. You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely.
We could talk about LL and cannabis. You could talk about Tupac again saying he fuck Faith. You understand what I'm saying?
That's why I fucked your bitch.
Like, it's hip hop, man, and like, check your sensitivity at the door. Understand what I'm saying? Because this is a real renegade, renaissance genre of music.
Yep.
That's because you guys have become accepted to the fact that it's cool, it's a new rock and roll. We used to sneak around and listen to that shit on our Walkmans. You know what I mean? In the comfort of our own peers. Because you listen to hip hop in public in the 90s, you're getting eye rolls and head shakes and stares. Because how can you listen to that in public? It's always been fucking disrespectful. Dudes were beefing with each other, singing Kumbaya. I really don't fucking like you. And the whole purpose of you knowing that now aloud is because I want to ruin your career. Right? Even in the 2000s, you saw what 50 Cent did to Ja Rule.
Yep.
Where you think he cares? You think he's checking up how Ja's doing? If Ja needs some financial assistance, and give a fuck. He ruined his whole career, label, and everything that was important to him. Hip hop beef, which with their element too, had a little street shit, studio incidents, chains getting snatched, robbed. Nonetheless, though, a lot of disrespectful diss records, right? Don't say Pusha went too far. What's too far? And who are you? How qualified are you to make that kind of regulations and rules? It's hip hop.
Yeah,
it's the fucking Wild Wild West.
Yeah, when the gloves are off, they stay off and all bets are off. So like you definitely gotta check your sensitivity at the door because, you know, obviously it's always about the bars, but then there's also that ruthlessness and that disrespect that's also, you know, what really gives people like, yo, maybe this person got round one or maybe that person got round one. But yeah, this guy took the first 3 games after listening to that.
Virginia Williams shan't ever be mentioned
by anyone in caps.
Yo, I'm sorry, Drake. That one fatal error
And
led to one of the most disrespectful diss tracks I've heard in a long while.
whoever was in the studio at the time and said that was okay to include that in there.
I want to also just take in that 3 years ago, 2015, Drake was involved in a beef in which he came out fucking hella victorious. And that was against Mr. Meek Mill. The difference between Meek Mill and Pusha T is Pusha T's a fucking bully. You understand what I'm saying?
Just beating the back
like,
down. Yeah.
he walks in the room thinking that no one can fuck with him. Right? And Meek didn't have that. And now you get to find out the bigger back end story with Meek. You know, he's in love. Things are clouding his judgment. He said he started sipping lean. You know what I mean? So, but nonetheless, like those weak shots, like for Drake to come with the, what was the first one? The white one, Charged Up, and then he did back to back. We were like, damn.
Yep.
Right? And then, yeah, you know, certain dudes have come at Drake and Drake hasn't responded properly because you have the internet, motherfucker. That's what's fucked up about hip-hop beefs now. You guys are rating it by the bars. You guys are rating off, oh, Drake has 80 million followers, Pusha's a hater.
Yeah.
Drake makes Forbes every year, Pusha's a hater. This is about rap. No one's pocket watching. Let's talk about the bars. Because that's the same reason why Drake will always swerve Joe Budden. For real.
Yeah. No matter
he
how
doesn't
many
want it
tracks
with
he
that,
drops.
man.
No matter how many tracks he drops.
Swerved that.
He swerved that. They barely even text Budden like, oh, you know what I mean? And see how many you can rate. I try to just like say, yo, I'm not gonna respond to you because, you know what I mean? Like my fans will tell you how irrelevant you are. But you can't do this for Push because Push has like a cult of street niggas behind him.
Yes, sir.
And this is getting bad to the point where it's getting like news coverage.
Yes.
Because of the things that got peeled back, right? The revelations.
Like Push said on the Breakfast Club, yo, he got some real questions to answer, not because of this, but just because of that.
You gotta understand that
Clarification.
what Drake did to Meek was like everything he copied from Jay Takeover. When he did that thing at OVO Fest, when he had the slides going on the projector and shit, with the pictures of Meek, like he tried to like
Emulate that.
right? But you know what I'm saying? It's fuck, man. What we gonna do? We're gonna do infrared, Duppy, and then we're gonna break him down like that.
We have
Yes.
to. 'Cause and infrared, it's like, yo, I don't even understand how Drake got baited. You know what infrared beam is?
Basically, infrared beat. I'll tell you what it actually is. It's Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner, and Drake was the Wile E. Coyote. Infrared was the Roadrunner. He ran off that cliff.
Infrared beam. He just had a beam on your forehead saying, I have the shot to take.
The kill shot.
I have the kill shot.
Kill.
Just to let you know it's on your head. So what do you do if an infrared beam is on your head? Do you humble yourself? or do you talk up and get
Man
shot?
that has nothing to lose will take that headshot out of pride, so they will say that, oh, he died a G. Listen to me, man. The entire fuck. like, it is bad. I remember they came out. I just happened to be like on Push's feed, and when he said "thou shan't never mention," Richard, I mean, so yeah, it's bad, man. I'm telling you that because I've seen rap beefs. I seen what T.I. did to Little Flip. I seen what T.I. did to Little Flip, which looked a lot like what 50 did to Ja. Like, it's... This next move by Drake needs not to be talking about you not selling this or that, because on a certain track he said that stop talking about the ghostwriting and stop talking about me not selling drugs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about you.
Yeah, his narrative has to change,
And
on the response.
if Drake comes with that, people are gonna press fucking stop or
check
pause
out,
and say, yo, push one.
Yeah, the narrative's changed now, man.
Push one on so many other levels when you talk about certain things having to be taken down and things like that. Like, this is bad. You know, and it's bad that careers might be altered from this, but it's very healthy for hip hop. Extremely healthy.
Too long of the super friend and industry shit going on, man.
And I ain't with that shit. I definitely ain't with that shit.
I love it. Yeah, so let's break this down. Infrared, yeah, like Drake really got baited into this. I can't believe it. When he dropped Duppy, I'm like, okay, it's nice. It was nice. But in the back of my head, I'm like, nah, Push is too tactical. He's way too tactical. No way this is it. No way this is it. I bumped the Duppy freestyle.
It's still bumping.
I still bump it. It was a good comeback. But boy, Drake, and two on the Duppy freestyle, he more so gave a lot more shots, I would say, to Kanye.
Yeah, he wanted to get that one off his chest for a long time.
Yeah, than to even Push. So that worries me because now I'm like, I don't think you have much content for Push at all. Because I think you would have went extra hard probably.
Resume looks pretty solid.
Yeah, so the fact that you kind of focus more attention on Ye, fatal error.
I feel like we gotta take the losses right now as they are two things. The fact he had to explain the blackface picture is a loss all in itself.
Yes.
Right?
Doesn't matter
That's a
what.
loss.
Yeah.
In the middle of a beef, oh yeah, by the way, you know, PSA. Right? Like that shit shouldn't play into nothing. You know what I mean? So,
Do you think?
you know what I mean? So, I mean, like, essentially, you have to explain that. That's a loss in itself, right? And then the content removed with the artwork, right? Like, that doesn't look good at all.
At all.
Especially when a man said it's never been happened to him before a day in his life,
At all.
right? It's
Like, what? Yeah, so Showtime, after my football game, Showtime sent this link. I opened my DM.
making you beats.
At first, when I saw it, I'm like, nah, this has to be Photoshop. But then when I saw who posted it, and then I looked at it again, I was like, damn, this is a real picture. I'm like, Photoshop ain't that good. Photoshop is not that good.
Yep. And then they said he confirmed that the Toronto photographer, that David, was it Leaks or Leaky?
I'm not sure.
Lays, yeah.
And then
Even
of
if it
course,
was an outtake, it was still fucked.
and of course, two black guys further confirmed everything with their Jim Crow couture line that they had, and that's what Drake was wearing for whatever photo shoot he was trying to convey with. He said, showing that, you know, black actors are still considered like a minstrel show, like they don't get a lot of parts, blah 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 blah.
Why are you sighing over
Blah
there?
blah 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 blah.
Why are you sighing over there?
Because as good as an explanation as it could be, based off of the braggadocious approach, it doesn't fucking matter.
The optic, you're already dead.
For the person you're fucking beefing with, it doesn't matter. Can you say that line that he let you know that yo, I'm about whatever? We all go to hell.
Let me just pull it up. I have to say it verbatim.
He's like he's pre-booking the church.
It's coming on.
Churches.
It's coming on. Right? I'm rebooking the churches. There are 3 hearses. Like,
Yeah.
yo, oh my God. Like, Push. I've always known that pen.
We've been
And
knowing.
we around this table, me and Twist a lot, talk about niggas don't know and don't want that shit with fucking Push. I'm talking about everyone in the industry. Even when we started to perform live, like great performer too. You don't want it with Push.
This
man.
is where the Push smoke, when I was like, well, he gave him a lot of smoke prior to even this
chimney
line.
every
chimney
line.
stacked this guy, yo.
I felt like every line you just like went, ouch.
Yeah.
And then when it came to the 40 shit, you're like, oh, fuck, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I gave one of those, like, come on. Like, it's not fair anymore, bro.
When this nigga said, I'm pre-booking the churches, me versus 3 hearses. If we all go to hell, it'll be worth it.
Jeez. That's confirmation. I want you and everything around you to friggin' fall. You need to feel this and just try to rebuild after.
That owl just fell off the branch, yo.
He is Pusha Thanos for real.
That owl just fell off the branch, yo.
The owl
Pusha
fell
Thanos for
off
real,
the
man.
branch. Dear God.
Pusha Thanos for real.
Yeah, man. He snapped
Like-
his fingers all right.
What I really take from this is really, you know what? Fuck this petty arguing shit we're doing. Let's have a real talk, man to man. And it wasn't good. It was a one-sided conversation where man never got a word in.
It was therapeutic, like a therapist and the patient.
Push is like, I feel like we've been distracting everybody all these years. Fuck the ghostwriting. Fuck
the
me
drug
selling
talk.
drugs. Let's get down to who you are as a person.
Have a heart-to-heart, a bunch of pride.
I know you guys are hearing this in the background. I'm sick.
He's been angry and full of lies.
I'm on one. I'm on one. It's a bad thing. That's a bad thing.
Hey, Drake, how you will win it and she keep coming in the last
place.
Come on. Stop it.
Nigga made him.
Damn!
Wasn't nap enough. Beyonce.
Don't do it, Push.
You're Beyonce.
Okay, he did it. Sniff, sniff, sniff.
Send his on her.
Shit.
Motherfuckers playing Border Patrol.
That. Just unpacking something for him. The whole reveal.
Let her be your world.
Ugh. I'm selfish. I want all of the curses.
I'm pre-booking the churches.
Me versus 3 hearses. Y'all go to hell, it'll be worth it. 2 ghosts.
6.
Oh my god, this is where it got like.
Show
Fuck,
like he's
Bush.
80.
How much time he got, that man is
666.
surgical summer with it.
Sniff, sniff, sniff.
You don't really
With him.
Listen, man.
40. I'm sorry you got caught in those shells,
Yeah,
bro.
man. That one I'm a
Victim
little.
of affiliation.
For the rap part of it, fuck. I mean, for the human element of it, fuck. You know, like, come on, but jeez, man, like.
you talk about
And it's crazy because I feel like it's the same kind of energy. I guess because Drake does have the pop star element to him where he makes all those one dances and shit, right? I could compare it to Nicki Minaj and Remy, right?
Yeah.
In the back where everyone was going against Nicki rooting for Remy. Like they wanted that come down to happen. Like, oh, we're sick of Nicki now.
Yeah.
Like, salute
No,
Remy.
everybody's
I
running
feel
for
like
Cardi.
everybody has really been rooting against Drake. But that dude was like apocalypse. Just changing with the
True.
times, right?
Yeah.
Like, where that's a hot flow, let me adapt that flow and do it better. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, he just stayed relevant with the time. Where there's about to be a wave, he wrote it better than anybody.
Yeah.
But this is real challenge for the first time in his career. And challenge what Pusha's trying to roll it out on the red carpet as is, I want to end you in the worst way possible. Like, like they try to get Farrakhan with like 50 in Ja, 50 in Ja and 50 in Game, but man, like honestly, the internet has no chill. First of all, like fuck the internet. Like these memes have people throwing their phones and just dying of laughter. Like y'all need to give Drake a break, right? But at this point, if Drake can't lyrically respond, he needs to fucking beat up Pusha T physically, bro. You need to fight the nigga at this point.
It's either just start calling yourself a pop star, or you better have some ace. You better have an ace in your back pocket. Because
let's talk about the honesty. He's still gonna sell fucking units. He's Drake.
Of course.
Right?
People are already fending for him.
He's
hard.
gonna make a fucking nice for what, all that kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
A one dance, God's plan, hotline bling, right? But the rap side of him, if he does not have a credible response, is done. It's done. It's Milli Vanilli, it's Vanilla Ice, it's done. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful to him. I'm saying that, yo, it's done. Lyrically, like, the streets are gonna be like, nah, fuck that. Like, yeah, you know, we can't stop you right that way, but stay in that market. If you stay making the top 40 pop, yeah, the streets don't want to hear another fucking rap record from you. Unless you pull a miracle in a Hail Mary, which I call now the new Aaron Rodgers. Because Aaron Rodgers be making Hail Marys all day. Unless you got a fucking miracle to pull out your ass, no pause, press play, all that shit. I'm concerned as a Torontonian.
I am concerned.
This was a dude like waving the flag for us on an international, bringing attention to the 6. And now
we might be 6.
And now you know what Pusha's doing on some bump shit? Pusha's like, is this your God? Like, what?
You know what, Push? Yo, leave it to rap, yo. Please do not bring in the city. That's where I might draw the line, yo. I might be like, yo, this is too much, dog. This is too much, yo.
That comment tried that shit when he's like, oh, what's wrong with this amateur guy? You Canada dry, yeah, right?
That was a funny line.
But yeah, it was. This is Push, man. I feel like Push, because he has no conscience, this makes this 10 times worse for everybody involved.
I'm extremely worried. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know what Drake could do right now. Cause yeah, as stated too, like Drake has a Scorpion album coming out June this month. So, yo, this killed his press run. If he's doing big press runs, this killed it. Cause now you have to speak on your baby moms and your son. Yeah, allegedly, I don't know personally. You got to speak on the blackface. You've never spoken about race ever. Now you're thrown in.
And you can tell
that's what happens. You don't do interviews.
And you can tell that if you've been around him in a close setting, you know what I mean, to say walls and doors, a dude. Another thing, you can tell that whole half black, half white thing is something he's been fighting his whole life. Right, and never being down enough, never being validated enough, like not being accepted by the dudes, right? Which is why, you know, it's kind of, I mean, now I like how the fraternity's tight knit. At first it seemed like what dudes are saying is that, oh, he's paid for protection, he's being extorted, he's rolling with mans from the east, like he's really from Vaughan, and he's just chill on Western Road, right? But those guys, you know, they ride for each other, and I respect the loyalty aspect of them, but
definitely.
That OVO whole thing needs a hail maker, and even if the how this turns out, how I feel it's gonna turn out lyrically, based off of the fact of following dudes' careers for that long, I just want at least that everybody involved put their 110% F into every bar, every line, every metaphor.
I agree with that.
Because this may be an inevitable end, how we know who wins this.
I mean,
on a lyrical aspect, but I'm talking.
Drake, if you're gonna do it, if you hear this and you're gonna do it.
If you're listening to this, it's too late.
If you're listening to this, it might be too late. But you have to go 100 million%, because this is it. This is gonna kill your rap side of your career.
And what that was fucked up too, 'cause I always said the dude should have did what Nelly did with Sweat and whatever the fuck that shit was. Where he dropped that track with Tim McGraw, All in My Head, one album. And he did friggin' Drop Down, Get Your Eagle On. Like, Drake should have dropped an all rap album to solidify himself. Position's questionable now. Pen's questionable. I'm seeing all the OGs rooting against him. Clark Kent, Royce the 5'9". Dudes are saying, no, okay, this is out.
Drake needs to collaborate with the Riddler from Batman for the next OVO threads with a question mark. He got a lot of question marks, yo.
Hey, that sicko that you always reference, that sicko, yo, you better bring out that sicko, because as a Torontonian, yo, B, I don't know if I can live with this loss, man.
Like, dead ass, man.
I don't know if I can live with this L
Almost
still.
in one false swoop.
We say all that, but you know what? Let's salute Push, man.
Oh, we're Pusher fans, like, through
Let's
and
salute
through.
Push. No, I think everyone knows that, but in regards to the strategic element of lyrical warfare,
Yeah.
salute. You got what you finally wanted. You've been trying to bait this guy for years.
What did Russell Crowe say in Gladiator?
Peter lied for me. I smoked too much weed.
Are you not entertained yet?
That's the one you meant. Okay.
Yeah.
I am thoroughly entertained right now.
It's good. And honestly, man, please, just check your sensitivity at the door and just pick a different genre of music. This has always been hip hop. You guys have the internet now where even though you didn't grow up in the golden era and all that, you do not have the right to be ignorant when things can be researched, right? Hip hop has been aggressive. It's always going to be aggressive for the real heads. You guys want guys going on Instagram showing their jewelry and their money in their car saying, oh, you a hater, I got more money than you? That's not rap. That's MTV Cribs.
Yeah.
It's all about the bars. So shout out Push.
Don't speak on this record if you don't understand the culture of hip hop.
Yeah, sit your fucking ass
Exit
down.
out of that conversation because we don't want to hear
Sit your
it.
ass down. Yeah, fuck your opinion, your sensitivity.
And log out of your social media.
They got songs to that. Find Your Lovin'. You know what I mean?
Stick to that
That's
lane.
ever
Stick in
had,
your
yeah.
lane.
Stay in that lane.
Like Drake gets himself in a rap beef. This is how rap beefs get fucking ugly. You already know what it is. At Man Dem Podcast. You know, I hope y'all salute and enjoy having 2 episodes in 1 week. You know what I mean? At Man Dem Podcast, IG. At Man Dem Podcast, Twitter. At Man Dem Podcast, SoundCloud. At Man Dem Podcast. I mean, everything. You know what I mean?
It's your boy Sincere. Follow me on Instagram, Sydney_sincere. Also hit me up on Twitter at The Sincere Life. Also look out for the A5 brand. Follow us, IG, Twitter, AV_collective. Get your hat game right for the summer. That collaboration A5 is doing with PAU. Look out for those Toronto-made hitters hoodies and more things coming up. More great things coming up.
Yeah, and if you need any video needs, like I said, always best way to hit me up. You can shoot me a quick email, shopbytwist@gmail.com, and we can make the thing happen. And on the social media, always only on my Instagram page, you can always catch me on there. My handle is twistmcholla. Holla, keep out them dollars.
Main studio, iMix Studio 139. Got that T4T.cujo@gmail.com. Letter T number 4, letter T.cujo@gmail.com. And you know what I mean? You want a computer love talking to your computer love, then you go on www.politicsasyusual.ca. Instagram and Facebook, politics as usual, PAU. And Twitter, PAU, POLLYN, all day, every day. Shout out Man Dem Podcast, shout out the gang. We saw Wu-Tang, y'all didn't. You wasn't there. I had to throw that in again.
Ha 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 ha. Love and blessings to
Drake!
Toronto and the world. Drake,
Bow, bow, bow,
we're waiting.
bow, bow.
stop fucking around. Do it for the city.